So with the timing of everything, the way we think it works, and hopefully somebody has corrected us in the comments below, is that,
or has told us that we're correct, which
or
is
has told
great.
us that, either one, is that she would get wounded, but we would have to resolve all the active player stuff first, which would mean finishing the attack from the coordinated fire that wounded Leia.
Yes.
Which would then trigger the flow of the Force.
Yeah, so after, which is, I guess it comes down to that's the first thing, is do we resolve the attack as part of the coordinated fire before the flow of the Force goes off? That's the first point of contention.
Yeah, and the other thing is, like, basically how all the time comes down. Because the reason why this is important is because with the flow of the Force, you would have been able to dash in and make it so I couldn't take Barriss off the point.
Yes, had it worked where, if it works where you choose the coordinated fire, she goes down, before the attack, you start rolling attack die, I dash, she walks to a little bit further than where Echo is there, and can no longer be shoved off the point.
Right. So that's the really important thing. Basically, it comes down to the way we kind of figured it is that we have to finish off the attack because of all the chain of events and all that sort of stuff. So that's how we kind of did it, where the flow of the Force gets to resolve after the attack resolves.
Yeah.
So hopefully we got that right.
Yeah.
If it works the other way, the dash comes in, Barriss takes that point. I don't take that point anymore because I just tie it.
You tie it.
I just tie it at that point. Like, I mean, I'd probably take Barriss or Echo out. I don't know. Probably Echo, because I think both have actually already gone.
Yes, they've both gone this round. So.
Yeah. So I take one of them out. I still get a momentum for it, but I go to 3 instead of 4, which means, so I'd be here, which means you would need to score all 3 points. Which, I mean, Han was continuing...
Yeah, assuming this isn't the priority one, that means I just win. But if that is the priority one, then it becomes a real big deal.
Even if it's not the priority one, you only go to 0.
Oh, you're right, yeah.
So
because I can't gain momentum.
Yeah, which would give me a momentum, which would still make it easy for me to come back in the next one. Yeah. So, like, either way, I think I might have still been coming down on top on this one, but, oh, man, it was really tight.
Yeah.
So I think we've talked enough about that one. I want to talk about some of the great plays you've had here in this game. Because you had some great plays with Mace, you've had some great plays with Barriss, you've had some great plays with Lumi. Like, Lumi's defensive trad.
Oh my goodness, I very rarely flip her to Ceresu because I love the shoves on her other side, but I had her over here to cure and keep her alive, and boy howdy.
Well, it goes from, what, 1 success and you turn something into a fail, I think it is, to 2 successes and 2 fail?
It was insane. It was worse than that. I rolled fail, 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 expertise, expertise, expertise. So no successes, and that turned into block, block, crit becomes a block, or crit becomes a strike, and a strike becomes a fail, which turned a crit into something I could block with one of those 2 blocks.
Yeah, so basically, like, I needed the 2 successes to push Lumi off, and it would have been a whole new game plan at that point. And then all of a sudden, like, just, oh my, that's just a massive jump. So yeah, Lumi was awesome in this game.
Lumi did great, and
I have no qualms about what Lumi did in this game.
Something that was missed in the previous video was all of the time off camera I spent hunched over the table, knowing what my next play was, and just hemming and hawing over what I was supposed to do.
Yeah, there was a lot of in-between stuff on that one.
There was a lot of in-between stuff. There was a lot of time spent discussing, trying to figure out what plays it was. And, like, I love Luminara for giving me the knowledge of knowing who I'm going to be activating next, but I also hate her for making me think that hard.
Yeah, you had a big mental load on this one. Actually, this last struggle, I had a massive mental load as well.
Oh, for sure.
Because the entire thing is like, not Han, not Han, not Han.
Yeah.
Because, like, I'm a bad Han player. I'm just going to keep stressing. I'm a bad Han player. He's all the way over here. He's doing nothing. I didn't get to, like, shoot a single person with his clapback all game. He got his dashes a lot.
Oh, he did, yeah.
So, I mean, at the end there, I could have dashed him again.
Yeah.
But yeah. I also want to say Chewie just did work for me.
Chewie did amazing.
Also, Wicket.
Wicket!
Just screaming into the void, running at all these Jedi with his stick.
Yep. Taking that point towards my deployment zone, struggle 1, was pretty darn impactful.
Yep.
And
then waking up and pushing Mace Windu away.
Oh yeah, he died on every single token. He went down, had every single status effect you could possibly have, wakes up, and then shoves Mace Windu off the bridge, winds up with none of those tokens anymore, and just screams victory. and wins that struggle.
Wins the struggle. Yeah, just Wicket for the win on that one. This is really interesting because I would honestly say every one of our units did work. Every single activation, mostly. I think I had a bad activation with the Rebels, the Commandos once.
Yeah. And I think my ARFs did fine. They shot Chewie once, and they did some damage.
But they handed
got
down expertise.
So many exposes.
Oh yeah, that's it.
The entire game. It was amazing.
Yeah, you handed out so many exposes,
and they did take a fair bit to go down. Flow of the Force, letting them recover 3 times was not irrelevant.
Nope. They did good work, and they did what they're supposed to do. They were there and they were helping their team, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and this one was a very mobile game because I mean I want to point out Barris was on the other side of the table along with Echo there. Yep. Mace was like he started over there, went up to there, came over to here, and ended up over here. Like, it was like there was a lot going on in this game.
A lot of movement, a lot of shenanigans. Pawns just hanging out.
Yep. Pawns activated once. He's
having a nap.
He's been chilling there. Did I knock Pawns? Yeah, I knocked Pawns out.
You knocked Pawns out. He's sleeping.
Yeah, I can't remember who knocked Pawns. Oh, it was Leia. Leia knocked Pawns.
Yeah. Pawns tried to come up and beat up Wicket.
And then Leia
shot him in the
set
face.
off an IED next to him.
Yeah, blew up his at his feet, and he's been napping there ever since.
He's been napping. So yeah, no, it was a very intense game, and even with the potential asterisks, I had a lot of fun with this one.
Oh, absolutely.
This was great. Just absolutely fantastic game. But yeah, I don't think there's really a whole lot more to say. I think I enjoy this team a lot more. I think if I were to make one change on my team, I'd probably ditch Han for probably Logray.
I feel like if you're Leia letting you count other rebels as Ewoks is neat, but I think if you're going to go Ewoks, you kind of want to go all the way in.
Yeah. Well, not even all the way in, but like having Logray or even Chirpa means that all of a sudden I'm getting that defensive bubble or I'm getting that offensive bubble, right? And yeah, maybe just swap out the Commandos and Han for Chirpa and the Trappers. Yeah. And get the battle tactic card as well, right? So I don't know. I think there's some fun stuff that I could have done there. I don't think Han really did as much in this game as I really wanted him to do.
No, he was kind of just he stood on points.
He was kind of there. Yeah, I think he shot someone once and then wandered off and just held. I mean, him holding this point all game was impactful.
Oh yeah, right? The number of times I looked over there and then looked at his expertise chart and went, "No, I'm not shooting that."
It's like, ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, Han did work in this one, but I think I would have enjoyed Logray or Chirpa a little bit more. Yeah. And I mean, your team is a pretty standard team. I love Barris and Lumi. They are
Barris
so good.
and Lumi are the best. Yeah. They do so many cool things.
And I'm glad Mace got to do some stuff this game.
Mace got to do fun stuff. He got to be the Shatterpoint guy. That always feels good.
Yeah.
He got to beat the crap out of a bunch of people. He kicked a tiny little teddy bear.
I think that's all he did all game. He just picked on teddy bear. Did he? Because I don't think he punched Chewie once.
No, he stood next to Chewie.
He stood next to Chewie. I think all his actions were into Wicket.
All he did was...
And then the Ewok Hunters.
Yeah, he beat up Wicket, and then he beat up Wicket, and then he beat up the Hunters. So he's just on a teddy bear hunt.
Somewhere in the States, there's a tombstone that reads, such and such died. He killed 99 bears.
It's Mace Windu.
That's Mace Windu's tombstone. He killed 99 bears. The 100th bear was too much for him.
Yeah, the 100th one got him, but...
The 100th bear was Chewie. But yeah, no, great game, a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. So we'll see you guys next time. Happy wargaming.